Hello, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Jenna Bales. I'm a board certified behavior analyst in Ontario, Canada, and a bit of a self-proclaimed Excel nerd. So today, this video is going to review how to make a basic line graph in Excel using ABA conventions. So I've already got some data inserted into the Excel spreadsheet. So I'm just going to start from scratch. What you want to do is you want to insert the data that you want added into your graph. So to start with, we will just include the first column of data here. We do have two behaviors, but I will add that in after to show you how to do that. So you insert the data that you want you highlight the data that you want to insert into your graph. And then you can either go to the Insert tab, choose the graph here, or you can simply just go over to this spot here and you're going to choose Line with Markers. So as soon as you click on it, it's going to add that into your Excel spreadsheet. So in order to make this an ABA graph, there's a few things that we need to do. First of all, you want to have titles. Second of all, you want to change it to be black. If you're printing ABA graphs, you're going to assume that the people are going to be not printing in colors, so you always want it to be black and white so that it's not confusing. Because of that, I usually choose style 13. As you can see, there's diamond symbols here. Once we add in the second behavior, it'll make it into a square or some other shape. So it's very easy to read the graph that's printed in black and white and see what the different behaviors are. Okay, so once we've done that, we want to select these grid lines here and just hit delete. ABA graphs don't have the grid lines listed in there. We want to label our axis. So this one is going to be frequency. This one is going to be date. Okay, and then if you highlight your graph and right click, you're going to format the chart area. And the border, you don't want there to be a line along the border. Okay, so there's the basic graph there. We do also want to label our phases. I'm going to insert a phase change line kind of the old-fashioned way, the simple way that doesn't move with the graph. I do have another video that goes through how to insert phase change lines that move with your graph, but it's a little too complicated for this video since this one's so basic. So all I'm going to do is insert a line the simple way. So you just go over to your Shapes tab here, select line, draw it in yourself, and then again, I'm going to turn it to black because we want everything to be black. Okay, try to get that straight. So the last thing that we're going to do for an ABA graph is we're going to go to the Insert tab. We're going to select text, and then we are going to insert the text box into the graph. I need to play with the spacing just a little bit in order to make it fit. We don't want this to have an outline, so we want to go to the Format, and under Shape Outline, we want to say nothing. We don't want anything in there. Okay, so now I can label it. This is my baseline data. This is my intervention data. And for here, you might want to be a little bit more specific to indicate its frequency of hitting. Okay, so that's the basic graph there. If I now want to go in and add my second column, my second behavior in there, if I click on the graph, it's going to highlight the areas that are in the graph right now. All I need to do is go over and drag that to include the extra column, and it's automatically going to populate that second data line there. As I'm looking at it, it doesn't tell me right now what each of those things are. So in order to do that, sorry, I have to move my picture of myself here. So we want to add in a legend, and we can choose where we want that legend. It's automatically going over to the right there, which is fine. But if you want to select a different area, you can just choose where you want it here. But I'm going to leave it at the right just because it is fine to have that there. Okay, and that's how you do a basic ABA convention graph in Excel. Thanks for watching.